So here is the 486 computer that I built. I had to use a different motherboard as the motherboard I got didn't quite work, but it's still a 486, so yeah, okay, so let's fire it up and see what we got. Did you like my Argos lamp? There goes the memory tick sound. They used to have that a lot back in the day. Sometimes it would say keyboard error if you try to get into BIOS. I didn't successfully do it that time, so I'll try again. Try and get into BIOS. Yeah, okay, do you remember this BIOS? One common back in the day. It's an old, very old version of American Megatrends. You can change the colours on it, which is kind of neat, by pressing F2 and F3. Yeah, I always used to think that was cool. The good old, the popular, the well-remembered calendar feature on the side where you can do your date. The time and date is correct because I have set it. The barrel battery caused damage to the motherboard, but I've cleaned all the traces up with IPA, and I've also changed it for a coin cell CR2032 battery holder now, so it holds the BIOS fine. I'll go back into that in a minute. I've got a 258 megabyte vintage hard drive inside. I'm not sure how much longer it'll last, but I tested it and it's got no bad sectors. Let's just turn off this other monitor. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so yeah. So you can see it's got copyright date in 1990, so that's what now? 21 years ago. So let's just... We don't need to write anything to the BIOS, to be honest. You can see one BIOS. 486. Vintage motherboard. See how the system draws it on slowly. So I've installed Phil's Computer Lab MS-DOS 6.22 start menu, which is extremely great for games and such like. So extended memory and mouse I think I'll have. Now I haven't altered this, so I need to do this at some point, but at the moment I've got it so you have to manually launch the sound card driver. So yeah, we've got it, as you can see, base 220, interrupt 5, DMA1, high DMA5, etc, etc. So we can, what was it now, we can, I guess, load in some games, but first I'm going to load in Windows. The path variable isn't set either, so I need to change the auto exec at some point. But yeah, got Windows 3.11 on here for work groups. Yeah, the reason why it says that is because I think my LAN cable has slightly come out. It's got an ISA LAN card in there. So if we just minimise this, minimise. Got Word 2.0 on here. Very old version of Word. There it is. So yeah, Word. So yeah, there's Word for you. Pretty useful. Well, obviously you're going to need to connect a parallel printer to this if you want to print it out, or you can save it and print it on a more modern machine. So yeah, there's your accessories. Got Excel on here as well. Nice early version of Excel. Also Microsoft PowerPoint. So yeah, there's PowerPoint, really old version of it. You can download them from WinWorld PC website. Of course we've got Solitaire on here. You remember the old... This still works in Windows 10 if you copy the executable file from the Windows 3.1 environment, it will still load. Solitaire. Minesweeper. Ooh! Hearts. There's hearts for Windows 3.11. I'm using a very tired, yellowed serial mouse for this. It's seen better days, but it's the only serial mouse I've got that's working at the moment. They're quite expensive these days, serial mouse. This computer does not have USB ports and does not have PS2 ports, so serial is about your only option. Okay, so you can have a look at the normal applications for Windows 3.1 as well, such as let's see, where's my accessories folder gone? Let's do a bit of a tile. There it is. You got like your normal right paintbrush. Remember Windows 3.11 paintbrush. Let's just maximise that here. Make some groovy pictures. Got some divot patterns down here as well. So yeah, there's paintbrush. Going to the main folder, going to the control panel, very early Windows control panel. See my drivers. I have got Creative Sound Blasters as 1.5 and AdLib. I don't think MIDI's working at the moment. Let's just double check. Let's go into the file manager. Oh, it is. It's a bit quiet. Seems like there's a sound channel missing. Anyway, let's come out of that. Passport should be on here. Is Passport? No, Passport wasn't included on Windows 3.1, was it? Right, anyway, I'm sure you wanted to see some games. I've got a few problems with the sound card installation, which I need to figure out. Before I go, it's the wrong sound. Blasters drivers, I think. But I will sort that out at a later date. You have to turn these up all the time, or it comes out really quietly on the inbuilt On the inbuilt monitor speakers it comes out really quietly unless you turn them up. You have to do that every time, but I think I'm using the wrong drivers anyway. This is an AWE32 card and the same card drivers I've got installed for the SP16, so I believe that might be the wrong drivers. Anyway, let's have a look at some games. There isn't that much hard drive space because it's only a 250 megabyte hard drive. I've only got 22 megabytes free at the moment. But let's have a look at some games anyway. Let's have a look at Doom. I'm sure you want to see how Doom runs. Can it run Doom? It certainly can. So it's got ISA Legacy IDE controller, which is made by Acer. It's quite slow. If I put it up to the full screen, it's rather slow frame rate, but if I take it down to about there, it's perfectly playable. It is quite slow, but it's still perfectly playable. It's how it would have been. I would have been accepting this back in the day. It's a lot faster than most of the console ports, such as the Sega Saturn, PlayStation, etc. It's a lot more smoother than the Super Nintendo version, that's for sure. So yeah, it plays Doom just fine. What else we got? We'll have a look at Outrun. I have to choose EGA or VGA for this. Now, apart from the Tandy version, this game only supports PC speaker for the music. I don't know if you can hear that. The PC conversion was by Unlimited Software by P. Gardner with the old kid Tony Lee. So it's 1989. It's not, apart from the music, it's not the worst version of Outrun, to be honest. It's quite playable. I prefer this version than the Amiga version and the Atari ST version, that's for sure. It plays better, I think. It hasn't got as good music though, of course, because it's only coming from the PC speaker. Well, yep, there's Outrun. Running on my 486. This game can run on practically any PC of the time. 386, 286, probably the XT as well. Right, let's come out of it. See what else we got on here. So we've got Dune 1 on here, but for some reason on my copy of Dune, if you run Dune.bat it doesn't have any music, but if you run com.bat it does. So we'll do that now. You get this colourful there we go. Can you hear that? It's a bit quiet. Remember Dune? I used to play this a lot, but the Amiga version. It's sort of like a still screen point and click. It was kind of cool in the day. The sequel was more like Command and Conquer. Well, the sequel was sort of like the original Command and Conquer. But on this one, you used to fly Orphanioff copters down to different seeks. Quite an atmospheric game, actually. You talk to people along the way. If I'm honest, I did prefer the Amiga version because of the music, but the music's still good on the PC version as well. So you can sort of like give orders to your troops. You have to sort of like get people to work for you. So he's sort of refusing there. So you like sort of like come out of there, go back in your vehicle, visit another one, and that's it's sort of slow paced like that. It's like it's more of a point and click than it hasn't got no real hardcore gameplay in it. So now you can give your orders to your troops. Select troops, specialise in spice, change troop, specialise in army. No more orders. So yeah, that's Doom anyway. So you can also wait for the evening. Got some lovely rich colours in the VGA environments. Yeah, don't want to spend too long in the desert though, because the planet is dangerous outdoors. So you're getting like the sun's too hot. Yeah, it's best to return as soon as you can to a building or your vehicle. Well, this keeps happening, and then all of a sudden, yeah, scary. That's quite terrifying, to be honest. But it doesn't actually kill you, because it says you have been found unconscious in the desert. Walking Southland Desert often means death, you know. So yeah, you can exit the game by looking in the mirror at the main palace. I don't know if there's a quicker way of doing it. You've got like all books and stuff on here as well. Obviously it's based on the movie. I'm just going to hit the reset button. But yeah, there's Dune. Dune for DOS. Also available on the Amiga. I just love that memory test sound. I might put a CF card in this in the future, maybe. I'm not sure, because there's just not that much room on it. Or I might keep it as this, because this 250 megabytes hard drive would have been great in 1990s, early 90s. So let's have a look. Don't forget to... Actually, I'm going to make a batch file. So C save as star sound dot bat. So hopefully when I run that now, there we go, cool. So I need to sort out this a little bit better though, because I have to keep changing this. It's not saving it for some reason, even though you press save. It just keeps going back to it was. So let's have a look. So we've got Dune 1, we've got let's have a look at the Lion King. That works fine on here as well. Let's turn the music down on the first bit. This conversion was by East Point Software. I should be able to turn the music up now. This one was from 1994. It's just like the SNES version, really. You play as Simba, just like on the cartoon. There's a slight screen tearing, but it might not be so noticeable on a proper CRT. Sadly, I don't have any CRT monitors at the moment. You can play almost every PC game with the keyboard if you don't have a joystick. That's how I'm doing it now. It's just up out the cursor keys and spacebar to jump. You have to like let him jump over you until he gets out of breath and then whack him one on the head.
Everything the light touches is our kingdom.
So yeah, that's the Lion King. We're running on this 486 vintage computer. I'm sure you want to see Raptor. Just make sure the sound's set up. Very good. So this computer has 16 megabytes of I was going to say 16 megabytes of 30-pin SIM. There's Raptor for you. Will it fit? Yay! Look at that. Nice. We'll try the Tango sector. Yeah, Raptor's a great vertical shooter, should I say. Great game, great fun. It's called Raptor Call of the Shadows. No, I don't want to return to game, I want to quit out. Let's have a look at, might as well, Wolfenstein, if it's on here. Oh, hold on, I've got it somewhere else. This game runs perfectly fine. This is before Doom, so it runs a lot better than Doom. So you get the idea with Wolfenstein. Let's have a look at Dangerous Dave. Remember this one? Any computer can run this. Just a simple but very addictive game. This one is another one of them games where it uses a PC speaker for its sound. No Sound Blaster or ad-lib support, as far as I know. You basically got to get the cup and then you've got to go through the door. Yeah, pretty fun game. If you haven't played it, I highly recommend you do it. Might be simple graphics, but it's really fun to play. It's a little short though. There was sequels to it as well. So yeah, there's Dangerous Dave. What else we got on here? Got quite a few of the Commander Keen games. You can see it seems to be a selected CGA mode. Sound, yes. Music, yes. Options. Okay. Commander Keen, great fun. Sound effects always made me laugh in this. That was quite unique, to say the least. That wasn't the one I wanted to show you though. I think maybe it was Command 6. No, not this one either, but still good games. This one you get the power go stick as well if you want to use it, but you don't need to. You can press spacebar to get rid of the power go stick at any time. You've got some weird and wonderful characters on this. Whee! You can go really high with the power go stick. Whee! Great fun games. A lot of these games will run on systems as high as a Pentium 4 if you put DOS on it. Some of them may not, but a lot of them will. I've also got pinball on here. A few pinball games. I think this one's Pinball Dreams 2, the PC only exclusive. This never come out on the Amiga as far as I know. Great game. Let me know in the comments if it did come out on the Amiga, but I don't think this one did. I think it was only the first one. And Fantasies and all the others. Yeah. Runs great, to be honest. So that's Pinball Dreams 2. Go on then, I'll see if Aladdin works. Yeah, I thought that might happen. I can get around that then with Phil's computer menu hopefully. It's a really good recommended DOS menu, to be honest. So it said EMS allocation error, so it's probably going to be that one in it, number 4 maybe. If it's not, it's number 5. There you go. So this version's like the Mega Drive version. A bit loud there. This monitor's great for an LCD. The inbuilt speakers are really good. Don't even need separate speakers with this monitor. They're not tinny either, it's got some bass to it. Slight bit of screen tearing on this game as well, but I think that's a V-Sync issue. I am running it off a Paradise 1988 VGA ISA graphics card. So exit to DOS. Might as well have a see for. Just need to remove read only because I've copied these from CD-ROM. Bear that in mind, if you copy your DOS games from a CD-ROM, make sure you remove the read only flag in the folder with this command here, or it will still have the read only flag on it, which will cause problems when trying to do your settings and stuff. Like, see, we got a packed file that's corrupt anyway, so this might not work. I haven't tried it yet. Oh, it's the original. I thought it was the sequel. Okay. Oh, you had the very first SimCity game in all its glory. Runs great if a little fast, maybe. I bet SimCity. World Right 1989. I'll put Doom 2 on just to round it up. It's just the same as Doom 1 but with different levels, so it runs just as equally as good, to be honest. This one's Doom 2 Hell on Earth version 1.9. Just wait for it to load. And yeah, so thank you for watching. Hope the video wasn't too long. Thank you for watching and good day and goodbye.